Hello everybody, welcome back to the Genshin Impacts. Don't mind the fact that I have almost 50 pulls ready for the next drop. We're gonna be doing Furina and Navia's story quests today. Hooray! So I did start we're on Furina's, we're gonna be doing Furina's quest first. I did start her quest already because I had to talk to Catherine and it was story blocked. So I had to do a little bit, but basically all that happened was that this troupe wanted me to find an actor, and so we were like, hey, Furina's a really good actor. So we went to Furina and we asked her, and she said, no, I'm done acting, I'm tired of this. But then she said she would help us, question mark. So anyways,
and she also found a new love for macaroni.
That's all we've gotten to so far as I am concerned. I mean, there's more text, but you know.
Just all you need to know is macaroni. In my eyes.
Macaroni. Macaroni, my guys. Oh, I did add the one sound alert that you sent me.
Oh, the Smash Brothers one.
Which will probably show up at some point.
Huh? Lady Furina?
Hello. Oh, let's do the auto.
What's Lady Furina doing here?
I like how they're still calling her Lady Furina despite what happened.
Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf.
It's me,
I'm sure they need no
the
introduction.
Traveler.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
Uh-huh.
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front, trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human, and sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the deadline's passed, and we still haven't heard from him.
Someone needs to get a phone.
Who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Furina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises.
Aww.
All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop. You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago.
Poisson!
Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the
You're
last
not
thing
gonna
his
do
friend
it?
would
Okay,
want right
just
now
leave
would
it.
be to take visitors.
I was waiting to.
Just leave it.
But I guess it's the opposite.
Fine.
A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe I can use some company.
Poisson.
There it is. Thank you. Don't let me be stupid alone. Come on. What's up? I know, it's actually sad.
Nothing.
Poisson.
I suppose my
Poisson.
presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So, allons-y.
It's so
She
weird.
said the doctor thing!
Poisson. It's so weird seeing her
Aw.
without. It's so weird seeing her without a vision in her model. It just feels so unnatural.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but
Yeah,
it
I was
just
gonna
feels
say, I'm assuming she gets her vision at some point, but we will
It doesn't
see.
help. It doesn't help that this quest came out literally when her banner came out, so people go, "Wait a minute, wait a minute."
Now, hold on just a minute. Ah.
It do be that time though, unfortunately, where I got called to eat.
No. Fine, abandon me. It's fine. Whatever.
I'm not gonna ban you, sis. I'm just gonna have a picket sign that says BRB, so don't mind me.
Fine.
If I remember.
But no, really, I'll be right
correctly,
back. Enjoy the
This
quest.
is where he's staying.
You.
Who is it?
It's me.
Who is
Is
it?
the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson.
What's up?
I assumed it was a case of mistaken
Hey,
identity,
girl.
but sure enough, here you are. And
Oh, you're
Furina,
looking for me?
too.
Well, I don't mean to brag,
I
but...
was wondering if we might run into her.
So you're here for Palo? Looks like you could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
Understandable.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things
Yeah.
take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done.
Wise
Which
words.
Brings me
It's
to
very,
why
very
I'm here.
important.
I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Got it. Must protect the baby.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with. So maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
I'd be your friend, Furina. Novilette's your friend too.
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems.
Yep, it's true.
But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which, of course, I completely understand and accept. Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
Oh, Furina.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Poisson.
Faster? Okay, faster.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
I'm kind of used to it, to be honest. I've listened to a lot of people's
We
problems.
don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only doing your duty.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, We were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed.
Oh,
I have no further use to people.
that's so sad.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
A reward? I guess so. And back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the furina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust.
Hi, I'm doing my best. How are
I
you?
had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same. I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands.
That's nice.
All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Kitty cat. There's a kitty cat. Hello, kitty cat. Pata, pata.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit you. I'm sorry. I wanna pata pata. I wanna pata pata. Hello. What if I give you water? Water? Water. No reaction. Okay. Okay. Alright, kitty cat. Oh no.
Didn't
This
you
doesn't
say you
look
needed
good.
to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down
Oh,
on
it's
fried
these guys.
foods,
Okay. I thought there was
not
gonna be
wolfing
like a
down copious
fucking.
quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character
I
doesn't need to
understand
be
this.
slim and
Yep.
good-looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
Well.
We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Sorry.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier that the troop is like your home.
Kind of sounds like Furina, doesn't it?
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness.
Aww.
And once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore.
Sad.
I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up.
That's so nice of her.
I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer.
Wow.
My parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away.
Aww.
I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Furina.
Furina? The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
She's so nice.
Even so, this is just... Oh wow, I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human, against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it, and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
Well, that's a terrible ending.
Sounds like too cruel of an ending to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death. Both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aureli.
I'm back. Where's the tea?
What?
You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aureli. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face.
Yeah,
We've all
stare
had
at
our
him.
differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of
I
them
literally
has
walk
to
into this
compromise if we're
conversation,
ever going
tea
to
in
reach a
hand,
final
like,
decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
Odd how that
I
happens,
certainly do.
does, isn't it?
Come on, everyone. Allons-y.
Allons-y, she said the thing again. Oh, I love that.
What thing? Sorry,
my-
I came in late.
Allons-y. It's a Doctor Who reference.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never actually. I never knew it was.
Yeah, the 10th Doctor, David Tennant, that was like his catchphrase word that he would say. He would just go, I don't see, whenever he went to go somewhere. And it was
all this time I thought it was like French or something.
I don't know. It could be French.
Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
For someone who's sick, you're sure talking smack.
Right?
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here.
That's right, I'm the traveler. I kick ass. What's up?
Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight,
She doesn't even have a vision right now, guys.
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss Furina said so herself.
Precisely.
The frickin' traveler's face.
I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
Don't worry, I got
so
this.
Smug.
Hey, we got this. We got the
C'est la vie indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
I don't like how you're standing so closely behind me, Furina. Seems
Seems
very sus.
Furina's just like, protect me, protect me, protect me, protect me, protect me.
I feel like you're whispering. Yeah, she's just whispering in my ear, and I'm just like, I don't know what that.
It's okay, because we got the Raiden Shogun.
Raiden fucking Shogun, everybody.
You'll be laid upon the statue until Chloretta comes out.
Wait, what?
Wait. Did someone say Chlorian?
Shine down.
Game.
I love it.
There is no.
Nice.
Oh, there's more of them. Okay, of course there is.
The fact that it's the Smash Brothers announcer. Gay!
I know, I love it. Yeah, leave me alone. Quit freezed it in me. Rude.
Dude, yo, do you freeze the Raiden Shogun?
How fucking dare they freeze the Raiden Shogun?
Now you shall perish.
They'll be laid upon the statue.
Yeah.
Shine down.
I don't have a pyro in my party, so this is taking longer than I expected. It's fine, though.
It's fine, everybody. Oh.
Shadows of fate. Illusion shattered.
Just like we heard.
Shine down.
You all are so fucking rude.
So fucking rude.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Get fucking Shogun.
Bravo! Good show!
Thank you.
You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards.
Vilma, are you there?
Croissant.
Croissant.
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello. It's us. Hello.
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop.
I can
now
explain.
have everyone except you.
I can explain.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone?
Yeah.
I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Emote, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Damn.
Listen, Emote. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances. It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
Bruh.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away.
Yeah, no, we're
she
not,
was completely shocked as well.
We're not selling drugs to the audience,
she didn't
sorry.
reprimand
You'll have
me
to
for
consult with me, though, after the
without
show.
consulting her.
Do you wanna
Instead,
drugs?
she
I know, she's got the good shrooms. You know, if you go to,
stated that the
if you go to Subaru, you need like how many shrooms to level her up?
The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages.
Oh yeah, by the way, I might as well just play. I might as well just play this for the sake of that announcement.
Oof, right?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe, and it wasn't my fault.
Damn.
We hate them now,
Things
everybody.
only got worse from there.
Yeah, we. I wasn't gonna say hate him now, but sure. Damn. The way you said that so nonchalantly, like, we hate him now, guys.
Tell any of you the truth.
No,
the director
we hate him, everybody.
You said it peppily and nonchalantly at the same time. Damn.
I got Aurelie killed.
Ow.
There, I said it.
Rip.
Happy now?
Rip GG.
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean? You
Emotional damage!
For
fucking sure.
We could have saved her. How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Meanwhile, Furina's just in the background throughout this whole entire conversation.
Stay calm. This guy got Aurelie murdered.
Oh, the little. Did you see the Gardemic? Just running on the road.
High road us, claiming.
Oh, sorry, am I interrupting something?
For the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
Damn.
All I can say is I'm sorry.
He said
Truly.
what he said.
I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now?
This is why you ask the higher-ups before you make a decision.
An awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer.
Ow.
It's what I deserve. End my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Ow.
Get out of my sight.
Damn.
Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again.
Fight,
That's
fight,
enough.
fight.
You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you. Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
She's got a point.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Quit being fucking crybabies.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside.
Yeah.
That's how you should remember her. And that's
You know,
what you should be
during that
celebrating.
scene,
I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but
hold it.
isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Aw, that's really sweet.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director O'Reilly and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Why are you laughing?
Sorry, I
Bitch.
didn't mean it that way.
Bitch.
It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again.
Aw.
If she'd seen Paulo and Villemont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray.
Exactly.
The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
That's why whenever you're like extremely upset, like before you talk to someone, like calm down first.
See, during that scene when I first played this,
What do you mean?
I was waiting for them to go, wait,
The
didn't you
traveler's
lie the
right.
whole nation and
You
basically
once
put our whole
investigated
nation to
that
chaos?
underwater
And then
synth
Frida's like,
base and recovered
and then
items
Frida's
belonging
like,
to
you know what, you
victims.
two fucking just keep
If you
arguing.
could find anything that
Right.
left behind, perhaps you could get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Yes.
Furina just sounds, it's so weird hearing her talk like melodramatic. Especially when like, during this entire like region, you hear her like so energetic and now she's like, I'm just here. Hi guys, I'm Furina.
Hey everybody. What's going on?
We still hate him, everybody.
Well,
Still can't get over that. I honest to God said that, not even realizing I said it so nonchalant. Love it.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a
listen,
while
Sadine.
now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place...
Listen, you
don't
Lego
actually have to submit an
hand-gripping,
application.
seal-looking
Okay,
thing.
please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
We need those documents. Now.
So,
No!
this is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
looks like they share where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped.
Write that down, write that down!
Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women.
I wonder if Paimon's voice actress like loses her voice every day,
it would
going
have been
so
a
high
conclusive
pitched.
piece of evidence proving Vashey's guilt.
Vashey took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off. Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Someone else was taken. That makes 6, or perhaps the 7th. Someone tried to escape yesterday but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I can write no more. I think I have a fever and my old stomach troubles have returned, but nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than Cressy. The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose they think that anything goes as long as the experiment subjects can be used up before they die. It is so damp here. I have given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troop is safe. I, them, important. Please, farewell, apologize. Life, perform, future, regret. Cleo. This page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops to replace with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others are handwritten with many crossings out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often. This was the personal notebook of artistic director O'Reilly.
She was so terrified.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note are 2 new lines O'Reilly has written, in handwriting much more legible than before. It seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troop would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Let's fucking go, everybody.
After that whole depressing thing. And we just learned how first it was brutally
I'm trying to lighten the
murdered.
mood, okay? Ugh, sometimes, man.
Listen, I'll lighten the mood.
Stop! That's too much. Stop.
Stop!
Or I'll say stop again!
I honestly did cry when Furina read that line. I was like, stop! I already just did this quest and I'm bawling.
Cannot.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance, to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Listen, don't bring down the mood, Paimon.
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals,
She did fool the whole nation, Paimon.
if you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal.
Hold on, I'm not
During
seeking
the
marriage
curtain
just
call,
yet. Okay.
please allow me to use
Don't
your
say.
name instead of my own.
Hold on, you gotta buy me dinner first. Hold on.
Listen, I might be the traveler, but I'm already taken by Barbara, Noelle. I know.
I'm just filling in for her. Besides,
How many characters
a
now?
role commemorating her life should be associated
if you
with
count
her name.
Furina, technically,
If you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of?
Nani?
Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
No, that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Go big or go home. That's right.
Yeah,
I
really.
have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
Let's fucking go.
I'll take your silence as a yes.
Oh, damn it.
Thank you for giving
I was
us
gonna
this
play this.
opportunity. It really is a
No.
dream come true.
Damn it, I didn't time it
Then
correctly.
don't disappoint me. If you mess
Yes.
this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too.
Yes.
Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nerilette. I know just where to find him.
We get to meet, Mr. Hold up.
That one. Gesundheit. Mr. Gesundheit.
Yeah. Urichis, Mikalis, Cordonel. Close enough.
Close enough.
Mr. Dragon. Or as people who hate him call him bitch baby.
I don't hate him, but he's definitely not my favorite, for sure.
I pronounce things too.
Hey, looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing?
I mean, they were, like...
Co-workers.
Yeah, for at least the last, like, 500 years.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, traveler in Paimon.
We literally just met, like, last stream.
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult. The story of the Little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions.
She definitely has the right to do that, though.
There is no lack of fine actors or
I mean, she was at a play for 500 years.
Yeah, I mean, she has every right to say, fuck no, this is my boundary.
I feel like I've learned a lot, and
I'm retired.
I'm fucking retired.
I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
You can perform it 16 months from now. Thank you. Thank you for your reservation.
See, guys? He's a dad, not a frickin' boyfriend of Furina. Stop it.
Literally. To me, like, the way, like, her body shape is, and, like, she gives me, like, teenager vibes, so I'm like, I can't...
But then the ship base might be like, but Heather, she's technically 500 years old.
Yeah,
you can date her a bit.
That's still... No. Still no.
Or, you know, or no, as, or, you know, as...
fucking Nahida, please stop. No, do not sexualize the baby. Okay, stop.
Or as you said.
Good news, everyone.
Right?
It's done. The Opera Epiclese.
Yeah, she, like, to me, she looks like
Thanks to
14.
My eloquent
I'm like, I
and
can't.
impassioned speech,
No.
Monsieur Neuvillette
No.
was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, And last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
Yeah.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiumali and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Why did that come across like so happy but also so pessimistic from Paimon?
Right.
I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing. Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired.
That's like her middle name, though, is Drama Queen.
Yeah, really.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
He's literally standing 2 inches from you, bro. Calm down.
Oh yeah, I forgot about these.
Aw, cute. Aw.
What do you call this montage? Slideshow montage?
Cute.
Cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
It's a nice mustache, bro.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back.
And then he'd be like, I know, I'm gonna perform a trick. No!
Liddy, sit back down! We've had enough of your tricks in this opera house. She looks good with the blue hair.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage.
Why?
Oh.
Why does it have to be now?
Her illness is flaring up, isn't it?
What's going on? You're due on stage any second now.
Furina's gonna have to improvise, isn't she?
No, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time.
Aww.
I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
That's usually how medication works,
I figured
unfortunately.
whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
I mean, there's only 6 million stars in the universe.
Miss
Just
Furina?
find another one.
I'd like to make a request of you.
Not
Say
to be
no
rude
more.
or anything, but...
If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Now here's my wig.
Never mind. What's done is done.
Here's
It's
my
really
wig and my
own
dress.
fault for
Whoa,
getting
whoa,
into
whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
No one likes
That's-
regrets.
It's
Myself
too
included.
rated R for
Leave it to me.
MiHoYo.
I've watched you rehearse so many times that
For
I've learned
MiHoYo.
this by heart.
I do not doubt
MiHoYo.
your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so
You're gonna
brightly?
question me when I'm doing you a favor?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
And this is the part where I ball.
I was wondering when it was gonna get sad, like crying sad. Oh, she's not gonna put in a costume? She's going, okay. Alright. We're doing it.
No, it's not. Oh, yeah, it's kind of this part. Just this cutscene coming up. Which is probably the best cutscene in the whole game right now, in my opinion.
Here yet?
Or one of the best.
Let's get here.
She's not coming.
You're wrong. She's here.
Oh, it's in French.
Yep.
That's so cool. Aww, that's so cute.
But what about your wish?
My wish?
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
The chorus in this part.
It's a vision.
I cried when she got her vision.
Aw, that's so nice.
Because I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's been redeemed. She's been redeemed.
I love that. That's so pretty. I love that it was the singing was in French. That was gorgeous.
If you ever watched the music video for it on Mihoyo's page, like they actually did it in a opera house similar to this.
I love that I'm on stage too, even though I wasn't actually acting.
Who was that little furina on the stage just now?
I'm the fucking traveler, bitch. I get rights. Stage rights.
She just appears.
But yeah, I did cry when she got her vision back,
Her
though.
acting skills are as superb.
She deserves
as ever.
it.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage
look at her little
Yeah.
smile.
Finally,
Yeah.
we would like to give a
Kitty
special
thinks
thanks
so
to our
too.
artistic consultant and event coordinator,
Don't you,
Miss
Kitty?
Furina.
Oh, and there you go.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Furina after all.
She's back.
Oh Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
Hi.
All right, calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis.
I know the rule, but
I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
That was a great chat now, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Paimon's like, what the fuck?
Oh,
look at
no idea
her.
what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait,
Because
what
it
about
was
Dolphy?
actually real.
I wonder how she's doing.
That's why I have a theory saying that she might.
As soon as we finish clearing.
That's why my theory about
Yes.
her possibly
Plus,
returning
she'll
as the
definitely
Archon
want
might
to hear how
happen.
the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Yeah, because, and it's also, like, talking about how she's, like, back on the stage again, you know? And
Yeah,
how
and
she
you also
felt
got-
nice to be back on the stage. And then I feel like she can, like, use it as a way to, like, make amends, you know, for all that she did.
You also got to remember the gimmick with visions. They're blessings by the gods, remember?
True.
So, I'm wondering if Fusselor, deceased Fusselor, like a ghost or something, gave her the vision and said, "Here you go, you've been redeemed. Here's your vision."
I like that idea.
And I feel like my prediction since day one after this is that when we get to the inevitable, like, all right, we need to recruit all the Archons for a big quest. When we get to Fontaine, Furina is gonna be like, "I'll do it," and then everyone's like, "Wait, aren't you not the Archon anymore?" And Furina's like, "Well, there's no Hydro Archon, so
Here I am. I played the role for so long, I got it down.
That's why I have
Yeah.
a feeling we're gonna. That's why when you said is she not gonna be the Archon, I'm like, she's gonna be the Archon. It's just not gonna happen like
Right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's either gonna be, because
You're back.
we were just talking about before stream how, like, they haven't released all
She's doing okay.
the whole region
Her
yet
condition
because we don't have all the
stabilized after taking some of
Hydroculuses
her
either.
original medication.
So
From experience,
I'm assuming there's gonna
I'd
be
say
another
she still
story
needs a
quest
few more
involved
days of rest.
somewhere before we get to the
How
next
did
region.
the performance go? Was
And
it a
it might add
success?
more to
Did the audience like it?
You'll be glad to know
the
it was
questions.
Yeah.
fantastic. Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll
At least I
probably
hope
be
it
able
does.
to
I hope
read all
it
about
adds
in
more
the
to
Steamboat
the
first thing
lore and
tomorrow morning.
helps relieve some of the questions.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end.
You did your best, man.
I guess
It's
I was
okay.
wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
No, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you couldn't
Exactly.
see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another,
We did it,
we did it.
everybody.
I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life.
I
I'm
relate
just
to her
happy
in the
to know
same way
we
that I
went out on
relate
a
to
high note.
Cole.
That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Wow. I love that.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we?
Listen
Maybe if you
here.
didn't push yourself past your
Listen
limits,
here. I feel
your
like
illness wouldn't be
I
flaring
feel
up
like
all
he's
the
yelling
time.
at me. Listen here.
Don't you start.
I'm doing my
I don't have
best.
the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
Oh, I'm glad she finally got her vision. That's nice. I love that.
Any plans for the next step?
Happy Furina, everybody.
After the brilliant performance
Happy best
you put
girl,
on,
everybody.
the reputation of your troupe
I'm not
is
gonna say
sure
best
to
girl,
spread through
but
Fontaine like
I'm glad that she's
wildfire.
doing better.
You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the little Oceanid to
He
the
was in
bigger
here
theater
tonight
troops out there.
raving.
That would do wonders for your financial situation.
Have you seen that meme?
No.
No, I don't think I have.
Damn, I need to send it to you.
Yeah.
I still need to listen to the
what we all
Lynette
agreed to.
Lene song because I was so busy I never got to.
Oh, hold on, let me...
No, I could scroll up and find it. It's not a big deal, but
I love this meme so fucking much. It's so stupid. Have you seen the original Beauty and the Beast?
oh god, not in a long time.
Well, anyways, this is what the meme is from, but it's so stupid but funny.
It's
That's what
Gaston,
it's
of course.
from. Right?
It just makes it like
It's so stupid. So every time I hear raving, I think about that meme.
It fits well because I could use this GIF
After all
with
this
it.
happened,
Anyways,
give you
continue
guys some
on.
space. But maybe our paths will cross again.
Yeah,
one day.
right? Exactly.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe.
He's like, screw you guys, I'm going this way.
After watching Miss Furina's performance,
Just kidding.
I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well.
They
What
literally
about you,
fight
Miss
like an
Furina?
old married couple.
Any
Like,
future
what is
plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
She deserved the recognition, though. She
It's
did
quite
so
all right.
good.
No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a
Aw.
desire to express myself.
Yeah.
So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
That's kind of how I am with cosplay, you know? It's just a different way of expressing yourself. Like, you're presenting as someone else, but, like, you're still expressing yourself at the same time.
There
It's
was
nice.
once a time
It's very
when I was
freeing.
an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth.
And my
But
desire to
from now
cosplay
on,
Corinne just
I want to spend
is a
my
burning
time
fire
learning real
inside of
stories
me.
about real people. and
Yeah.
how they
I'm just
touch the
waiting
lives of
for
others
the
around
money to actually make
them.
the
I
dream
want to
a
watch them
reality.
blossom and wither.
Among
See them refined on the page.
God, I have so
You know,
many.
Retold on the
among
stage
among
and
other
remembered
things.
long into the
I have a
future.
cosplay list 6
I'm
miles
sure
long. It's
this
fine.
is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Don't judge me.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling.
It's
The
true.
more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Aww.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Aw, that's so cute. I love
The
that. Can we
vision,
talk to her?
vision.
Happy for
Yeah.
you.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
I don't know. It's a good question.
That's why I said before, I think there's going to be a plot line eventually where we're going to have to recruit all the Archons and Furina's going to be like, hey guys, so I was the Hydro Archon, so I could join this group.
Right, right.
I mean, I'm sure someone will. I'm sure certain
navias, everybody. Oh, and I
I'm
get
sure
another
I'm sure a certain friend will DM us debunking my theory, but I'm welcome to it.
It's fine. Everybody's got their own theories, and like I respect it.
No, but yeah, it just when Furina said, "Oh, the blessing from the gods," I'm like, huh? Because the god's dead, technically.
Hey, Navia, what's up, girl?
This one I just did recently on my stream. Not for a cheap plug or anything, but
the girl. Now, where's the Clorin story?
I'm just kidding.
That's like.
I know she's not even released as a playable character yet.
How about you, Navia?
How ironic. How ironic is it though that my favorite character is gonna be like the last one released for this region? How fucking ironic! Every fucking time, bro. Every time.
We don't know if she'll be the last. It could still be what's her name?
I think her and Sejuine. I think Sejuine's gonna be a 4-star, and then they're gonna release her and Clorin together. That's what I think.
Between all of that,
Don't
I've
be
been
shocked.
making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
Poisson.
Well, though the victims have received relief
That's my
payments
theory,
from the
because
court,
I don't really
in
see
my
Sejuine
opinion,
as a
the
5-star.
administrators of Poisson,
She seems like
Speedy Rosula
more of
should
a
take some
side.
responsibility as well.
You know what I mean?
Our
Like a
financial
side
situation right now isn't
character,
the best,
I guess.
So
I'm
not
trying to think,
really,
the only-
but
doing is signing agreements
I'm trying to
for
think. The only
damages to be
4-star
repaid at a later
in this
date.
region is what?
They're
Lynette,
just pieces of paper
Furine,
now. They demonstrate our commitment.
Fremine, yeah.
They're necessary
Fremine,
to
yeah.
restore the people's faith in us.
but that's, no, and Charlotte.
Charlotte.
You're really
I think everybody else is a
responsible
5-star, aren't
leader.
they?
Must be taking up most of
Yep.
your time,
So it would make
right?
sense that Sejuine would be a
you
4-star.
bet.
That's my
Between
theory,
that
is that
and all
she's
the
gonna be
other
the
errands I have
4-star
to
on
run
both
at the court,
banners, and
I'm
then
always forgetting one thing or another.
Clorin is gonna be
So
the
before
5-star.
I came over this time, I took
And
a
that's
page
a
from
theory.
Lewis's book
A
and
game.
decided
A
to make a
game
list of
theory,
everything.
right?
This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off. And then, since Malouse loved
Hey, the
using
best part is, I'm
shorthand,
like, my
I
stream, your
decided
audio
to
won't
also
cut in and
follow
out
his
like
example
crazy.
and come up with some shorthand of my own. But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
Oh, look at her cute little
That
laugh.
laugh.
That's so
What kind of
cute.
shorthand did you use?
Happy Navia.
Want to take a look?
Let Paimon see. Wait. There's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols. This looks like a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick. And this other one.
That's me trying to read doctor's handwriting.
Furina.
What the fuck?
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
Aw, burgers. I love burgers.
Burger.
Definitely see how you
Burgers.
might forget what each of
Hamburger.
these mean.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out
Yeah.
yourself.
You gotta
I thought that
have
as
the
long as I understood
experience.
my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately,
It'd be like that
I've
sometimes.
You
definitely
see
proven
why
myself
Navia needs
wrong.
butlers?
Now you know for next
Yeah.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but
I love that the
don't
fucking
think they're
thigh
anything
robot
too
just keeps
super
walking
important.
past.
Sorry, am I interrupting
I'll
something?
just make another trip.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'll get out of the
So
shot.
you're
Oh,
going
I'm
to
sorry,
head
my
back
bad. I'll get out of the shot.
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually,
Oh, sorry, my
since
bad.
we talked about the reconstruction earlier. Want to come with me and check out the
Oh,
town
wow.
for yourself? You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over.
Kitty.
It won't take long at all.
Look at the sleepy kitty.
It's a bit sudden.
Hello.
But Paimon doesn't see why not.
Hello.
What do you think, Traveler?
Yeah, why
Then
not?
let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Let's go.
You mean the Aquabus, right? Like the Clementine
The
line?
one that I
Oh, sorry.
was
I
told
meant
doesn't
our own
run
boat.
anymore.
Aquabus doesn't have a station
Jen.
in Versailles, so we'll
Yeah,
use one of these.
I
I
think.
was lied to by my friend.
Listen,
Listen.
listen.
All
right, follow me.
I was
I'll
just
take you there.
happened to take a stroll in Fontaine. I went to the Aquabus Center, and then I went, oh god, sis, and I like face palmed so hard when I saw the prompt say, take the Aquabus.
The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all named after people in your family,
They
right?
are?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't know that.
Callus and Navia are self-explanatory, while Clementine was the name that my mother went by.
Aww. That's cute.
You know exactly what I'm about to
Build the
reference.
lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it.
Must protect
Well,
Clementine.
what I
the
heard is
girl.
that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub. So there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Or a 5th, or a 6th, or 7? Why not 10?
Why not
That's
50?
me. That's me wanting to adopt cats. I've already got 3. Why not 4? Why not 5? Why not 10? You know, let's just keep going.
Going on in his head.
Why not 1 billion?
Yeah, you know, it's fun.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to
You
change
reminded
it.
me of the video, and now I'm
From what
singing
I've
it
heard,
again.
The rights of all the other members of the Spina only went as
What
far
video?
as giving
Oh,
him
the raid
advice
one?
or suggestions.
No, the
and no farther. That included my mother too.
the Linny and Lynette one.
Oh.
It just gets stuck in my head every time I
Yeah.
think about it.
Because I wouldn't
Of course,
just let him
it's
keep
Miku.
getting
It's
his
hard
way.
to not get
He was
it
just
stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Her songs are
not
very
very
catchy.
agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out.
You're gonna have to watch this video so you know why I'm singing this so much. Please, this is your homework. This is your homework. I need.
Wait. Since when, as your brother, I get homework?
Yes.
It'll be a while.
You do
before
now.
we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
It's watching a cute little anime music video. It's not that hard. Come on
I
now.
was gonna say, did you just add this into the contract?
Sure. If that's what gets you to watch it, yeah.
So you probably
Yes.
don't remember her at all.
Bet say less.
That's all right. I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were
Kitty
sure
looks
we would
so
have gotten
drumpy.
along
She's
famously.
like, how dare you not pet
While my
me
papa
right now?
was stiff
How
like a
dare
board.
you play this game
my mother
instead
was
of pay
supposedly
attention to
super
me?
cheerful and funny.
She got plenty of
Her
cuddles today.
complementary
I know, she
personalities
did.
allowed them to make
Like,
up
all
for
day.
each other's flaws. My father would run the businesses and
It's not
expand
enough.
our reach,
It's never enough.
while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that
I would literally
everyone
have to
was
work
happy.
from home and just
Their work
lay in
made
my bed
sure
all
that
day
the
long
Spina could
for
grow and
cuddles,
thrive.
for it to be enough.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. But sometimes, I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived? Silver
Poisson.
once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So, I will always associate the line with her in my
Aw.
heart.
That's so sweet,
Over
Navia.
the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even though I cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving, the fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward.
Exactly.
Always. But no matter what, we can't change the past. But I tell myself that I need to keep looking towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
I love how sweet and positive she is.
I know.
Just precious baby. Must give him pets.
Ah, we've reached the shore. Let's go. I'll show you the new poisson.
Poisson!
I mean, I've already been there today, but...
Poisson?
Navia, do you think she's doing alright?
Oh, look at the birds hopping. They're like, hello, Navia, how you doing? Welcome back.
Okay, Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been
Sometimes,
through a
though,
lot.
you have to
It
focus
couldn't
on
have
stuff
been easy
to get
shouldering
over
so much by herself.
all the bad stuff weighing you down. That's actually the reason I started streaming, believe it or not. I was, like, extremely sick with COVID at the time. And I literally was just living in a personal hell, basically. And I was like, I need to focus and do something with my time. Except for just lay here and be sick. And so I ended up, like, learning about VTubing from a friend. And I was like, you know what? It can't hurt. Let's give it a try. And here I am. About
Here you are.
3 years later.
Here you are, everybody.
Yeah. It's the story, everybody.
We also still hate that one guy, everybody.
Everybody. I guess I have to go under. Which probably would have been obvious to anybody but me, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, you gotta go into
stupid.
You gotta go. No, you're not. You're my sister Heather. But you also gotta go get into a new poisson.
Poisson. Oh well. Pop. Oh, that's the edge. People should make a compilation about how terrible I am navigating with Mona.
Traveler in Paimon. Welcome back.
Every time I run into a fucking wall or a cliff or a fucking
you just insert like
Hey,
right into
I
it.
can totally take care of myself. For the time being, I'll go around without any
I still
attendance.
use her the most
We
to
did
wander
hand over
around
some
with.
of Luce's old responsibilities to
Because
Florida.
as of right now,
It's
she's
been
my
really
favorite
nice to have
playable
him around
character.
to help out.
She's
Thank
not
you for
my
the
favorite,
compliment,
like,
boss.
kit-wise, but she's my favorite
As you
character
see,
that you can play.
I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now.
And
Were you waiting
roommates.
here for me?
And roommates.
Did we manage to make any progress?
Looks
on
like
the statue?
chlorine. Looks like
Yeah,
chlorine.
we contacted a sculptor about the job. They can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue?
You'll be in later
so
on a statue.
Basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my
Also, like
parents in
Ryan Shogun, you just
commemoration
hear
of
like
everything they've
fall
done
into
for the Spina and the
Did
town of
someone say
Poisson.
a statue?
But since
Red
my
Shogun
father
walked
was
up.
known as callously unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him. But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis and everything they
Poisson.
did.
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble.
You're doing your best, Navia. Don't be down on yourself.
Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire country?
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Yeah.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this, I might just float off into the sky with my parasol.
That sounds like fun. Let's do that.
Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
Mm-hmm. We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis. But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs.
I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey,
right meow.
Come over here with me.
I mean, with those thighs, you don't even have to ask. I'm going.
Jesus.
Modeling a few poses, of course.
You know what?
Here, just pretend to be Callus, and I'll be Clementine.
That's...
Game!
Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner.
I do my best.
Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the camera.
Let's do
Well,
it.
what do you think? Got any ideas?
The sequence is cute.
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone.
One of my
So,
problems
I want
with
to pick
like
your brain for a
cosplay
bit
photos
and see if you can come up with
is
some
coming
new
up
and
with like
interesting ideas.
pose ideas. I'm
I'm
like,
all
I have
good
no
here, boss.
fucking clue.
Feel free to start posing
I'm like,
whenever.
this might look good. I don't know.
Usually when I do photos of my cosplays, I try to like get a reference shot from like a render or an art book or like a scene.
That's a good
in my head.
idea. Yeah, I just like try to think on the spur of the moment, and I'm like,
So like for instance, like at Con when we do Edward and Minri, most likely the pose I'm going to give Ed is the one where he claps his hands.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Aww,
Whoa, you really remind Paimon
that's
of a captain in their
cute.
first meet. Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
Mora fruit. If only that was true.
But there's something off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callus look too tall next to the lady.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Well,
Aw,
Paimon is
that's
a
so
fan.
cute.
A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait, but we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat. This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
But
I'm
then,
sure Beta would
since
love
we're
it, though.
putting it in the
Beta
town,
would
the whole
go-
point of the pose would be
Go to the
lost.
boat to see the statue.
Okay.
Maybe
Try to think of something else.
talk to Ningguan, but also go to the boat.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
Cute.
Pose.
Cute.
Clarence in the back are going,
Dirasula's
bitch.
glorious golden age.
That's my girlfriend.
Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic. Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the spin-up pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Oh, Paimon was just kidding! Please don't make Paimon disappear.
Oh, Paimon.
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else. A happy pose? You mean something like we were laughing together at a funny joke?
Aww.
Would all that be able to come through with just a picture?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
I apologize in advance, sis. Yeah, we know what they're laughing about. That sound.
Oh my god. Get out. Drop the call.
That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it, let's try something else.
They're idle. Or idle animation.
I love it.
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice.
Brain juice!
Oh, don't worry.
Love that.
We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session.
I haven't heard that
can be
phrase in
considered
a
to be a
long time.
souvenir
Not
in
since
their
I
own
played
right.
The Evil Within.
Let's just keep the ideas we
That's
tried
funny.
as backups. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler,
I try my
I would have
best.
prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time.
Mayor Clarence, like, what about
outfits.
what about our photo shoot, Navia?
That's the
What
errand I
about?
forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two.
The only girl I
Her
remember
name
is
Adele.
Clarand. What?
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Krause's case.
I need this fucking cosplay right now, bro. Like, oh my god.
Yes.
Early
that's
birthday
exactly
present?
who
Early
I'm
birthday
talking
present?
about.
Just kidding.
So after the case,
Donation
she was
link,
finally
donation-
willing to talk to me. And she told me that she wanted to join the Spina
Man.
too.
I gotta buy my
I
new
said that it's fine, but young children
ring
are
light
not
for
allowed
my
to join the
cosplay
Spina.
photos though
She will just have to wait a
'cause
few
my other one
years,
broke.
and then we'll welcome her with open arms.
To be able to
Since she's still a
even
child,
commemorate
though,
her
she thought I
cosplay
was just trying to
properly,
let her down gently.
I have to have the ring
How
light
could I
to
get
make
her
the
to believe
photos,
that I
and then
meant what I
can
said?
order hers.
In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a
I
Spina
also need to buy
uniform
some
made
more,
and give it to her as a gift. But I got so
like
busy and
face paint,
distracted in the city
crowns,
that I
things.
forgot to pick the uniform up.
For certain cosplays, I'm gonna
so
start
I
getting
did
into
forget
the like
something
face
important
paint,
after
makeup
all.
stuff more.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start. Yeah, you're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
Yeah, I like those pictures. Making memories together is never a waste,
Navia,
guys.
the
Take all
wrong.
the
Guess who's
pictures. But don't forget to also live in the moment. You're right.
But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter.
Hello,
Back
sir.
already from the Fortress
Nice
of
pedo
Manapee?
stash.
Yeah.
That's right. I finally finished serving my time.
Oh.
Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson.
Poisson.
You could say that familiar, briny smell
Poisson.
became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home.
What, you didn't want to
You
stay in
wouldn't
the
believe
prison?
how much I've
Why
missed
not?
Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down
What
there.
was
to
wrong
meet
with the
sea.
prison, other than the fact that
It's
you were
good to have
trapped there
you back,
forever and could
Coulter.
not get back to the
You
surface?
look as well as ever.
And this guy is?
Ah, let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Manapee some time ago. But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Wait, Mr.
Gesundheit.
Marcel. What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Yeah.
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details.
Well,
You mean Mr. Marcel was somehow involved with all that?
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case, a lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
We're
nice to
VIP
meet you.
now?
I
Let's
don't recall
freaking go.
Navia ever generously
When do we get the
complimenting
sunglasses
anyone
and the
like that.
parasol?
Yeah, when do we get the
So
sunglasses?
you must be pretty amazing
Hold
to
on.
get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
Not all credit to Paimon.
Humble again as
That's some
always, I see.
baloney.
Even when I was totally sincere
Did
with my
Paimon take out a
praise.
god? No.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
right? I was gonna
Spina
say,
di
I took
Rosula
out the
always
damn
seems
god.
to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
Oh.
About that.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were
Don't
gone.
ask that.
As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because
No,
I
there
don't
has
know anything
literally
about
been
what's
so
happened.
much shit.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Luce and Melissa, dead. They're just gone? Luce. I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
Hey, keep it together.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
Check out my last few VODs to see everything that happened. What?
That's a cheap plug. What?
Just kidding. Okay.
Are you?
I mean, if you wouldn't mind to check out my VODs, I would like that, but you know, you don't have to. It's okay. Don't worry about that. Just figured I'd let y'all know that I did go through the arcade story.
I need to focus.
Make me go back up on the boat. What the hell, guys? Why did you not put a teleport back on the top of the boat? I was gonna need to go on the boat multiple times.
All of this. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real.
Uwu.
It all really happened.
This is so depressing, Wessing, Uwu.
I think you and I both feel the
I'll be right
same
back.
way about the profound
I'll be left
tragedy
front.
of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network.
We did that.
We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Rome who?
Rome what? Rome how?
Huh. Not a name I've heard before either.
Oh, it wasn't just me. Okay,
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm back,
Really
everybody.
Welcome back, everybody. Then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the aquabus, Even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callus's side.
Huh. I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeo's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
So, they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callus began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeo and his people cut ties with the Spina. And never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
Huh. I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeo's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
Ah, in that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind,
Sure.
do you, Coulter?
I'll follow you anywhere.
Of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
Why don't you just two kiss? Okay, I'm sorry.
I was going through my notebooks while that was going on. Okay, that was a long conversation. I was like, okay, I need to do something. Okay, anyways.
Long conversations, everybody.
I was actually going to break down my cosplays.
Cole ran in like all caps with like pen, marker, and stickers.
She's the first one on my list, not going to lie.
Did you see any when you went to OhioCon?
What, Chlorand cosplayers?
Yeah.
No. I saw the Knave. The Knave. It's the fucking Knave.
It's
and and I saw a few Furinas, and I saw Fremine, and anybody else? I have to look at the character archive now. I saw Nuvilette and Ryosley. No Lenny and Lynette, surprisingly. And no Charlotte, and no Navia. And Chevreuse just came out, so I didn't expect to see her at all. But
Yeah, I wouldn't expect to see Chevrolet.
yeah. Chevrolet, oh my god. You're killing me, Smalls. Where are we going?
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Think of it as something like a hiking trip.
Sure.
Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good.
Oh.
I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Hold on. Hold that thought, Navia.
No, I'm just kidding. We won't do it. I'm gonna be following a guide later for the hydroxyluses anyway, so we'll get to that eventually, everybody.
We still hate the guy from the last quest, everybody.
God damn. I mean, he wasn't that bad.
But he was bad before, everybody.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great.
Aw, Paimon!
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court.
Oh, sorry, my arrows in the
and
middle
I
of
must
the
have
screen, my
traveled
bad.
this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callis was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse. Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Snacks?
Oh, is this another
Macaroons?
taste of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been dreaming of them.
I've only had like 2 macarons in my life, but...
Hold on, Paimon. I'm sorry, how do you say it again? Macaron?
Wait.
That's the
Let
French
me check if
way,
I have all the ingredients.
Macaron.
Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this.
Opinion.
Okay. The stove's looking good. And as for the ingredients...
Oh, you just have a portable
we're
stove
all out of
anyway.
flour and sugar. The 2 most important ingredients of all. Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip
I've been the
just for
errand
those.
girl for so long.
contribute to
I'm
making
just
the
used to
macaron
this.
too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so she should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then
I actually
I'll leave
just
the
bought some
ingredient
flour
gathering
not
to
that
you.
long ago.
As long as we have some sweet flowers and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Just expect
Great.
random ass
Then I'll prep the
boxes to
stove.
just be
Let's
there.
get to work, everyone.
Just spawn. Hey, Navia took your line.
She just has
how
one
did
of
it
these
go?
on hand, like in her back pocket.
Oh, man. Man, we don't have any flowers or flour.
Nope, never seen those in my
All
life.
done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Why are we stopping here again?
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent!
The fuck did you just say, Paimon?
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Oh my god.
Have you two
The way she
seriously
said
never
that.
considered joining us? You're so
You
close
lagged
to the
out for me.
boss,
I
and she
couldn't catch it.
obviously
I know, I
did
was
not-
laughing.
So
I was like,
What did she say?
oh, it's just the way she said that.
Says what?
yeah, I
Macaron?
see.
No,
Is
the
that why
whole
you have to always
line
stay
that
on the
she
road?
just said with the where she was
Oh,
I
rhyming
just happened
and
to walk
stuff.
in
the
on our little
the
reunion.
accent. I was.
It's actually been
I
quite a
lost
while
it.
since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Aw, that's so sweet,
Even if
Navia.
Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
Macaron.
I understand.
Croissant.
Then I am very
Croissant.
lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water, in celebration of this moment.
I heard grass.
Oh, meow.
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join in on the toast!
Listen, bitch.
Betsy, less Paimon.
May your travels go smoothly.
I'll
May
just
the
ignore whatever
Spina
the fuck that
continue to
was.
grow,
It's nothing.
And may
I'm
our
sure it's
friendship last until the end of time.
Yay!
All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make a delve.
Oh, sorry. Keep. Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
Road.
I was just gonna check the map. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wanted to hear what you had to say. I didn't. I'm sorry. It's force of habit. Check the map for my next location. I'm so sorry.
Scry the sky.
I will never recover from this. Hello. Oh, the clothes. I forgot why the fuck we were here. The clothes, yeah.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage is
God,
the
her
one thing
accent's
keeping
so
me from going
French it
bankrupt.
hurts.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. Oh, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
I'm the boss.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
She's a journey! That's me!
The boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons.
Happy
All she
tea time,
says is that she
everybody.
really looks up to
Happy
me.
Tea.
After we cleared
I
your
have a
father's name,
sound alert for
she
that,
became a lot
actually.
more
Hold
cheerful
on.
and outgoing. It's
I'm
probably because she now knows for sure
See,
that
you
her
can have
father
tea.
was
I'm
never
stuck
a
with
bad
diet blood.
person.
That's
She
just
said she used to
unfortunate.
be terrified of Papa. So, as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well. But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her. Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive.
That dude
She
is
can commit
lurking.
to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
You know what? I'm gonna leave this here.
Is something up, Traveler?
Just disconnects from call, leaves, bye. Oh. Very sus.
Oh, Paimon's coming.
Very sus.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Actually, I'm curious. I'm gonna look up that character and see if anybody's cosplayed her yet. Hold on.
Stop right there!
We deal with this.
Don't. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Sorry, my brain. You can find her cosplay on Amazon. Yes. You got me interested in Black Swan now, sorry. You can find her cosplay on Amazon, everybody. Just to let you know. Anyways, for when I get back into Honkai Star Rail, everybody. Alright, back to chasing! What are we doing?
Black Swan's another stream for another time. Anyways, chasing.
Oh, this has been sponsored by Honkai Star Rail, everybody. You can buy Honkai Star Rail's cosplays on Amazon. Please support the official
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Fight?
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
Oh, I get to play as Navia. Cool.
Hey there! Rise. Let me scry. Shine down.
She didn't get to play as Furina in her story, but she didn't have a vision to live it again, so I had
Yeah.
They should have given me one fight at the end, just so I could play her, because it just feels nice, you know?
Now,
I don't have her on my party, so...
Who are you?
Oh
And
yeah,
why were
this
you
part.
tailing us?
Yeah!
This part screams gay for you. You'll see why in a second.
Does my girl show up? Oh, hello.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
You've been practicing your jogging, sir.
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking.
Yeah.
There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
Gesundheit.
We were looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you
just talking
do,
about it.
then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
Easy.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
Yeah. Settle down.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an
So you're
opportunity
drunk
to really
and you
mess
want to
up your
go
day.
be aggressive.
Too
That
bad you
sounds like a
guys
bad
messed
idea.
up ours first. Huh? You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
She said
All
what
right.
she said.
Get it. Come on, let's go.
Whew. You listen to
Are
her.
you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeu's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore.
Speaking of packing,
It's getting late
those
already.
guys be packing
So why don't we
already.
stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious
I was waiting for it. I was like, come on, come on.
And you
you
did it now.
awake, keeping you awake.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get
You're
much
not wrong,
sunlight.
though.
Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it.
Poisson!
We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
Paimon is so easily pleased.
Paimon would be the person in the group that just like they're just singing like a sea shanty and Paimon goes they're just like, I don't know any of the words.
I almost have 50 pulls, everybody. For Cloud
That's
Retainer,
enough.
apparently, everybody.
I should guarantee you Cloud Retainer. Come on now.
I fucking hope so. And as soon as I get her, like,
Here really does feel like
I'm
this place is starting to grow on
gonna
Paimon.
wait and save all the rest of my
Think about
pulls
it
for
would be kind of weird if
Corinne.
the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally.
Unless they release
Right
another
on the
female
money,
character before
Paimon.
then
Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina,
that I don't
Papa
have.
wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Paimon.
Please have mercy, Navia. If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all.
Me neither. I can't stand the smell of
I was
seaweed
just
or
kidding.
fish. Ugh.
Be on your way.
Try going to Florida then.
Ugh. I'm good. I'm good.
Every time I freaking sleep in
I don't want to
Florida,
go any further south. No, thank you.
When I sleep in a hotel in Florida, I swear, like, oh, you know, the smell of the hotel room is great. Then you like open the window outside, and you're just like, ugh.
Hello?
Why does it smell like
Are
fish?
you asleep yet? Oh no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures.
I mean,
Sorry.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
not her being an adorable schoolgirl crush right now. What?
I knew it. You really are my best partner. Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
What are we fishing for?
Twist. Plot twist, when she says best partner, she means something else this entire time.
Sus.
That's not sus.
You're sus.
No, I'm your internet bro. The fuck?
Everything's sus if you think about it. Okay. Anyway.
Something you're singing everything was awesome, and then it shifts to everything is sus. Everything is sus when you... Never mind.
I don't know what I was singing. I just was singing something. It's fine. I'm on my way. I get there and she's like, yeah, I was tired of waiting, so sorry.
How can you call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
I mean, sounds better to me.
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
What's up?
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
I mean, you should know,
Well,
Paimon, you were the
that's
bait
one
once
way
upon a
to
time.
enjoy fishing.
Yeah.
What do you think, traveler? That's how I feel as well. To me, I'm happy as long as I catch some fish.
I could do without the fish. You can throw them
Honestly,
back
Paimon's
out.
mainly shocked at how much energy you
want 'em.
still have at this hour.
Do you not like seafood?
Usually by this
No,
time of night,
not
it's a
at
struggle
all.
for Paimon to even keep her
I
eyes
like
open.
like hush puppies, which
might
aren't
just be
usually a lot of
something that runs
fish.
in my family.
Crab ragoons. I like
That's
crab
a
and
thing?
lobster meat. And then like the breaded fish
Sure
fish
you'd
at
get
Captain
even
D's is
sleepier If I
okay.
delved more deeply into it. Anyway.
See, that must be a southern
just
thing
think
because
That's
for me,
about
I
it.
get.
grateful I am to my
See, for
mother,
me, I get Long John
as
Silver's.
well as the rest of the
I'm
Spina.
not southern.
My
Like I'm
father
southern
always
had a lot of
Ohio, but I'm
unrealistic
not in the
expectations for me.
South.
You know what I
The
mean.
more
That's
he
what I
tried
mean.
to get me to
Yeah.
become like him, the less I
Well, we
wanted to
have
listen
Long
to
John
what he had
Silver's
to
and Captain
say.
D's here. I
My
just
mother
like
never had those kinds of expectations, though.
don't really
I've heard
like
that
seafood.
she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child,
But crab
they were
ragoons,
happy to humor
man,
me.
I could go down on some crab ragoons.
Can you imagine?
Give
Whenever
me a
my father
fucking
wanted to scold me
bucket.
for something
Ragu,
I'd done,
ragu.
everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently
And hush
listen
puppies.
to him rant.
Those two. Give me a
Maloofs
whole
and
bucket
Silver
of
were
hush
always
puppies,
there
please.
too.
I
No
will
matter
hush
what Papa
for the
yelled,
puppies, okay?
nobody else would
Please.
say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Maloofs come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake.
Yeah.
The more you care about those around you, the more you should
But
care
you
about doing
also
the right
can't
thing
be afraid to
the best of your
try
abilities.
things and make mistakes,
Because
everybody.
if you do
Because that's
falter,
how you learn.
there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
No.
Sorry.
Poor
Sorry.
Navia.
I
Sorry,
shouldn't have brought that
girl.
up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically,
It's okay,
I
you
was
can
just
bet
saying
Navia.
that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina
I'm a very good
must have
listener,
been
so
my
I've been
mother's
told.
legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Aw, that's sweet.
Is that
Happy
why you let
Navia.
those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
What we got? What we got?
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
Yeah.
God, that pose she does when she has like her hands
She's so
like
cute.
together.
She's
It's
like a
she-
little schoolgirl with the crush. I love it.
Little cinnamon bun, everybody.
Yeah, she's so cute. Well.
You didn't attach a hook to it?
Yeah, that would make sense. That's the main
She's-
thing about hook and fish, everybody.
Stop wasting
She's
time.
still learning.
The boss ain't gonna wait all day.
That's fine.
We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as
He
you
was
wish.
sus the whole time? He was co-conspiring.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so
They were also
I
roommates.
guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts
Me
here-
too, Paimon. Me too.
Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today. See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar.
Wow, look at her face! She's so not. She's so
Such a
not.
great sense of humor.
I think I saved that image somewhere.
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Bet. Go to Poisson. You got it, girl.
Hello. Kitty says hello. Hello, Mom. I'm tired. It is okay, Kitty. You listen. Yeah, I know. You've been napping all day long. You old lady. Old lady, Kitty.
I keep forgetting that that's an image.
Adele, we're back. We brought you a gift from the court too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Hi.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
It's been a while!
Hello.
Oh, I have to press that. Okay.
It's you two.
That's sudden delayed reaction. Oh, my bad.
Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too! What's in this thing? Can I look?
It's a gun. I'll give you the bullets for Christmas.
Go ahead.
Well.
Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform! Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it! Well, thank you so much, Miss
She
Navia.
just puts it in the dryer and just shrinks it. See, I can wear it.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Boss!
Boss?
Huh?
Hello?
Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
What? Explosives? What do they want?
Hello.
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
Could they have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation.
I guess you could say this is a very explosive situation.
Too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping
Wow.
their
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina, and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson.
Gotta stop them there,
If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you? If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Okay.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please stay safe too.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Watch out, boss! What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeu too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
Damn.
You better stick close
said
to
what
me.
He said.
Romeu promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move.
Listen, don't
Romeu
throw
has
me
lost his
into
patience.
this.
I didn't have to
You're not
be
even
here
there.
today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you.
Oh
So
my
many more
God.
Dead. Everyone dead. All because of you.
So
God
the shock
damn.
and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aquabus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you.
Ow.
I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing? Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia.
Yeah!
My mom loves her too! I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that!
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Yeah! Let's fucking go! Get fucking wrecked!
Hey there!
Asshole!
Fuck them up! Fuck them up!
Fuck
Navia,
them
fuck 'em
up!
Attack! That's the way. Coming at ya! Ooh! Watch out!
Yeah, get wrecked.
Laurent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I'm doing my best.
I don't know, but I have to go.
Navia just needs a day off. Like, Navia just needs, like...
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clementine line.
Multiple days off, actually.
Yeah, really, dude. Give her, like, a big grieving day. I was about to, like, lose my mind if it said it's story locked.
It can't be story locked. Oh, it's over there? No. No? Here? Here. I wasn't sure which pillar we were talking about here.
This one random hood.
Shadows of fate. There is no escape. Delve into destiny.
Get fucking wrecked.
Shine down.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff. Huh?
Ooh,
There's a
what's
strangely
this?
shaped hole here. What is it for? Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one
Oh,
of the
for that
people we
guy's just passed
finished
out
has
in the
key.
grass.
Okay, let's check inside. Paimon will
Whatever.
see what we can find.
It's fine. Look for the key. Do you have it? Oh, I get to loot him. That's nice.
You get to steal the Mora.
And Radish, apparently. Okay, there it is.
What the fuck was he doing carrying Radish?
That should do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Navia and Florent should be able to relax now. Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go.
Cutscene?
They're gonna bury Poofu!
Not on my watch! Oh, we're using some Geo, okay.
Say, this cutscene
When did we
bothers me
switch
so-
to Geo?
I was about to say.
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to
I
me.
guess because we're Navia's brain switched it out.
Look, I'm doing this the Spina way.
You wish you could get unlimited ammo.
Right?
Fire!
She's so cool. Look at her go. Definitely my second favorite Fontaine character.
We'll still never know where that cannon comes from, ever.
We don't need to know. We did it, everybody.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them.
Fuck them.
Regardless of whether their hatred and
Yeah,
anger
fuck 'em.
towards me or the Spina was justified. Anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to.
She said what she
Please
said.
prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved
did
everyone!
it.
And you are so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you good?
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, We managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeu really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Got it. That's good at least. Coulter, I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone.
Poisson.
Poisson.
I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes, so that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left.
Hand holding? Oh, whoa.
Traveler,
Aww.
I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Well,
of course.
That's... let's press the sound alert. Press it.
Brings me more relief than I can say.
I'm gay.
Yes. If that's not gay, I don't know what the fuck
Navia?
is.
Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better.
Wait till
But
she brings it
I
up
should
again.
Probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier.
Oh?
Feel free to just ignore me. I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. You could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Aww.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Are we sure?
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before, so I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
Aww. Aww. That's so pretty. I love that.
It is very pretty.
This is Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kitty.
Wow. This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate your contributions with a statue as well.
I heard you crack. I heard you like crack right there, just
like
laughing.
But I know it's a great organization
I was laughing at
now.
Kitty being silly.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this
Well,
faceless
Poisson.
future.
We are gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly.
Aww.
I believe everyone is here for you,
She
not the
deserves
glory
that
days.
so much.
That's
oh
what
my
we
god.
believe as well.
Happy Navia, everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Now go take a nap. Jesus
And I'll be
Christ.
brave and just accept
Go take a
everyone's
go take
support
a
for
what do you
it
call
is.
it?
A 3-day long
This really is
hibernation.
quite a
Grieving.
surprise.
Please.
No, like a
That I'd have
grieving
the chance to stand
week.
next to my mother.
Oh, a vacation, yeah.
Not even
Take
in
a
my
fucking
wildest
vacation.
dreams.
Go take some personal leave, okay? Aww.
Hey.
That's sweet. I love that. Happy Navia, everybody. Let's see what she has to say.
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I am honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for
I
me.
thought it was pretty cute. I don't know.
Forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait.
Gay.
It would also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it again.
Oh, I'm gonna mention it again.
Who was the last character to tell you that?
But only in private. Wink wonk.
No, the last character to tell you this was Kamasato. She's like, please keep it a secret between us, and she winks at you. And then you got Navia over here.
Alright, let's do one more boss, you're right. I have resin. Let's go.
Let's do an impromptu boss, everybody.
Impromptu boss, everybody. I have 40 resin. Yay, I've been working on building out Dehya and Faruzan, so I've been hunting this boss for a while.
So they can be big and strong. The sigh as soon as you're like, yeah. Oh.
The disappointment sigh.
Illusion shattered.
That sound is not my favorite.
It's just Donkey Kong screaming.
It's just fucking weird. My ears feel like they... I don't even know how to describe it. They don't like it.
At least I'm not playing the Costco sound.
Yeah, that's fair. Please don't ever play that on my stream.
No, do you want to get age restricted in the
Yeah,
VODs?
please. I'm good. Please don't.
I can't even play it on my stream, so.
Shine down. Shadows of sacred name, fortune preserver.
Now.
Guided by destiny. Now you shall perish.
That tickles.
That tickles. Man, this guy's probably sick of my ass. He's like, you again?
Let me scribe. Illusion shattered. Wheel of life.
Are you seriously fighting me again?
Right? Sorry.
The only official Genshin cosplay I've ever done.
And Mona technically.
Well, it's not an official costume, but I've done her a pajama version.
Life goes on.
But yeah,
I mean, like her official costume.
Can we all agree that they throw every character the Traveler just to be shipped at this point? Like,
It do feel that way sometimes, yeah. But again, I mean, Genshin is very much about, like, you finding your favorite character and simping over them, right? And the main character, Traveler, is supposed to kind of... You're supposed to kind of fill the void of who they are, almost, like, as yourself.
Genshin, when the fuck are you gonna do this to Genshin? When the fuck are you gonna do this to Jean? I want Jean to give me flirtatious comments so I can melt. Sorry, what?
Sorry, what? It's kind of funny that that's your favorite character.
Why?
I don't know, just out of all the characters, I wouldn't expect her to be your favorite. Like, I expect, like, Raiden or Navia or Corin.
It's like Jean, Raiden, Hu
Jean
Tao.
is like the outlier that I don't understand. Well, I don't understand Hu Tao either, but...
And then it's be like, what, frickin' Nilo, Dia, and then, you know, Furina, Navia. It depends on the region. But all-time character,
fair.
Jean.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I want Jean the
She's
Dandelion.
like very low on my list, unfortunately.
I want Jean the Dandelion.
I like her.
Yo.
She's not one of my top favorites for sure.
No, it's the
I
first cutscene
understand
that did.
though.
It's the
Everybody's
first
got their
cutscene. It's the first cutscene of this game that did it for me when you talk to her. I was like, and I'm in love.
Well, there it is. GG. Get wrecked.
GG, get wrecked, scrub.
Yay, I only need one more? No, I think I need like 6 for this next one. Way too damn many, if you ask me.
Way too many, everybody.
Where's she at? There she is. Hello. Yep, I'm gonna be farming for a while, everybody. But at least I have everything else I need. I just gotta... Anyways, I think I have expended my time here right now. So we're gonna find somebody to raid. Awoo! No. I'm trying to type in my chat and then brain go burr. Twitch chat go burr. Okay. Copy the raid message, everybody. Let the next person know that I sent you. Yes, words help. Let me find somebody to raid. Happy.
Happy, happy, happy.
That's the one I haven't rated in a while. Nobody's playing Genshin. Damn.
It do be slow until the new update.
Rude, everybody. That's okay. I just got done with the story too, so I understand. But
don't worry. Everyone's gonna go to Genshin and
now
back.
that I'm done with the story stuff, I might start streaming Honkai Star Rail story. You're right.
Can I join for that?
Maybe. Probably, because I don't remember
you're gonna need
anything.
You're gonna need help because you're. For context, everyone, she's still in Bellerog. She hasn't left Bellerog. She hasn't even.
In my defense, I didn't even have the space for Genshin for a long time, so I literally just got through Fontaine, and that's been out for a hot minute. Well, I can't find anybody else that is streaming that I know very closely, so we're gonna be raiding the Slappy Stick homeboy, everybody.
Alright.
Alright. Thanks everybody for sticking through. Thanks for joining us on the story quests of Furina and Navia. As I said, we're done with the Archon quest stuff. We're done with the story stuff and the story quests. So now that we're done with all that, I probably won't be streaming Genshin for a while until they release a new part of Fontaine, and if they do story stuff with that, I don't know. But if they do, I'll probably be streaming that. And I will be working on my own time to do, like, my character building outs and dailies and stuff, because that's pretty boring. So I'm just gonna do that on my own time. Yeah. But yeah, I will apparently probably be playing Honkai Star Rail now pretty soon, because new character has my attention, so...
You're welcome.
She's purple witchy vibes. I am immediately intrigued. But yeah, so I might start streaming that. I also have a bunch of other games I gotta finish, but I've been meaning to get back into Honkai Star Rail for a while, and it's never bad to have another RPG around, right? Right. So yeah, right. So anyways, we're raiding Slappy now. Go support the homie. Thanks everybody so much for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.